Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project Aussie. Today we are going to start taking bits off, putting new bits on, see how much we can get done. We're doing this car at the same time as we're doing this one. As you know, I'm repainting the bumper on that car. So we're going to do some of this as well, see if we can get the wing changed, get the bumper off, have a look underneath, see what's going on if anything, get the new wing on and maybe make a start on repairing this bumper as well. So let's do it. Let's get into day one of Project Aussie. Let's go. Probably saw on time lapse. I've got one more screw to do up, which is the one in the door shut. It's a lovely fit, it's a lovely match, and it fits with a bonnet beautifully. If I shut the bonnet and show you. Obviously we haven't got the bumper on yet, but it's a lovely fit, gap is perfect. So it's really good. I'm just going to get that one bolt in on the other side of the door shut. And then that'll be the last bolt in. Everything else is in, which means we can actually get the arch liner back in as well. Let's do this up. Right, there you go, that's the last bolt in on the wing. Fits nice. So I think we'll get the triangle back on as well. Yeah, pleased with that. Pleased with it, yeah, it's good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to offer up the bumper. Obviously the bumper's not been repaired yet, but I'm going to stick it back on and see how it fits. Just going to reopen the bonnet, get the bumper, put it on, we'll see what it looks like. Right, let's offer it up. So we know it's okay the other side, but assuming we are going to reuse this bumper again, let's just put one bolt in the top. The wrong bolts again. I've got to get the correct bolts. Let's just push this in and see how it looks. Perfect, look at that. Absolutely perfect. Fantastic. I know we haven't got the headlight in yet, which hopefully won't be an issue. Need to fix that actually, but look at that. So if we can fix that bumper, well, we can fix that bumper. Hopefully the paint will match. And yeah, that'll be great. Fits lovely. No issues whatsoever. Great. Okay, so next thing to do is I'm going to fix the headlight, put the tabs on. I'm not going to bother filming that. I'm going to put the tabs on. I have noticed that the water bottle is completely empty. When I say water bottle, I'm talking about the washer fluid. So I think what I'll do with that is I'll top it up. I'll fill it right up, because we want to make sure that, you know, where that's taken a whack, it's not got a leak or dislodge the pump. We don't want to do that once it's all back together. So yep, I'll get the bumper off. We'll top that up now just to check, and then yeah, we'll repair the headlight, and then we'll put that back in. We'll come back and then we'll have a go at the bumper. Right, let's headlight is all refixed. New tab there, and a new tab there. So I just need to put that on. So to do that, obviously I've got to take the bumper off again. Well, I've got to take it off anyway, so. Oh. None of these tabs are broken, by the way, on the bumper, which is good. Obviously I don't want it to go on off too much, so I won't put it back on now until such time as I've repaired it. Okay, now what we hope is, what bolts did I have? So the only bolt I thought I had the top one. Well, luckily I've got bolts, so let's plug it in. Assuming it works, I think it works. We'll check the bulbs once we've got it in. Yeah, nice gap by the looks of it. That one in there. We need to screw that bit on a bit. And then we need another screw in the side bit. I'm running out of screws. Headlight screws. Don't know what they done. They obviously put them somewhere and didn't put them in the car, unfortunately. But of course, as we know, luckily, I've got lots of them. Oh, try doing up instead of undoing, Paul. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let's get that one in. Yeah, perfect gaps. God, this is going far too smoothly, Sean. Doesn't normally quite go this smoothly. That, and the last one. Like that. That's that. Right, let's shut the bonnet. Perfect, absolutely spot on. Look at that. Yes, let's check they work. Let's check with the indicators first of all. Yep, let's actually switch the lights on. I can see it's on, yep. Brilliant. No bulb changes needed, although Sean will probably change the bulbs on these to brighter ones because he does that. That's it, that's that bit done. Okay, I think now it's time to attack the bumper. Oh, we're going to fill that up, aren't we? Let's fill that up first and make sure it's not got a leak. So this stuff I put in is where you buy them on eBay or AliExpress, where you, this is difficult to pour, you can't hold it, where you mix it up, they're tablets and you mix it up with water. So I'm going to spill some. Oh, can't get that thing to stay. It's going to glug now. Yeah, I can't do it. I need someone to help me. How can I do it? There we go. Hold it with my finger. I can't see if it's coming out the other end. Someone let me know. I'm just going to keep going. Talks amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, I can't see any rolling down by my feet, so I'm assuming it's staying in there. Actually, we need to test, make sure it works as well, of course. How are we doing? Yeah, we're getting there. Doesn't seem to be any coming out the other end. Takes quite a lot. Not quite the 5 litres, but when it's completely empty, it does take a lot of juice. Seeing juice. Windscreen juice. Just about to come up the filler neck. I can see it from the top now. Oh, it came up a bit quick. I always take this thing out. Can't get it back in there, that's it. Right, that's full. So it's used, actually it's probably used, what's that, that's 5 litres, isn't it? So it's probably used somewhere 2 3/4 litres, something like that. It's quite yeah, that's good. It's quite a big reservoir, really. Oh, let's try it, shall we? Make sure it works. Again, before we put the thing on, we might as well make sure that it actually squirts. Yep, perfect. This, I don't want to say it too loudly, but this is going very smoothly at the moment. Don't let the car hear us, but it's going very smoothly. Right, I am going to attempt to repair this bumper now. So we know what we've got to do, don't we? We've got, let me just take you off. So we've got plastic weld this bit. And I think this should, there you go, fixed. Dear, I was explaining to Sean yesterday that it's sort of a wedge shape, that can be plastic welded, and yeah, they're okay. I can fix those, no problem. Yeah, we'll see about that one. We'll see what we can do with that, and then we need to sort that and then paint it and hope it matches. Right, let's do it. So we've made a start on this. I thought I'd do this in stages. So I've dolphin glazed, rubbed down, dolphin glazed where it needed, and it's a lot better. There is a little bit there that hasn't really gone, and I'm not sure there's much I can do about that. It's still a bit wet, that. Plastic primer. And then I've sort of roughed it back up to here, so I'll paint. I need, when I block that down, I'll just rough it up with 600 a little bit this end, and then go a little bit further. So I'll paint in that, and then I'll blend in the clear coat. That should do it all right. But yeah, getting there. Still got to do this, but I'll do that afterwards. But I thought I'd get this done first, and then attack that. And these, of course, actually I've sort of pushed them back into position, so there's just a matter of plastic welding those back into place. I think they'll be all right. What is that there? Oh, that's just a scuff. No, just dirt, actually. I think that will come straight out. A little bit of polishing needed there. There's a little tiny bit. What was it there? No, it's not too bad. Just a polish will get that all out. There's nothing on this side. This side's absolutely fine. That can just be touched in. That will probably polish out. The main thing, of course, is on the rear, on that rear quarter. I've just got to do that as well. I won't be doing that today, I don't think. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's like, get off fly. I'll give this another 10 minutes or so to dry off. It's quite sunny today, and it's relatively warm for a March day. I'd like to get this painted and lacquered by the end of the day, if I can, and then we'll attack this as well. So what I'm going to do, I'll probably have to dig this out a bit, because I think if I just glue it back in, it will show. Because I was going to sort of just try and super glue it back in, but it's going to have some filler in there, so I'm going to have to probably rake that out just there, get some plastic filler in and fill it. But I'll push it back as much as I can first and plastic weld it, and then we'll sort of dig it out, if you like, and get some filler in there. I've got some plastic filler anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. It's just whether we can see it or not. I don't know what sort of job I'm going to make of it, but I'll do my best anyway, as I always do. Anyway, we'll be back when we get this painted, and we can have a look, see what you think. Hopefully it'll look all right. Look at that, pretty good. Matches lovely. Seems to blend in okay. Yeah, nice. Who needs a new bumper? Wonderful. All I've got to do is this now. So I'm just leaving that to dry just for a little bit longer. I've used the fade out spray. Now I can see there, whether that's going to polish properly or not, I don't know. I used the fade out spray there, and it's a little bit sort of, I don't know how to describe it. Coarse? Don't know how to describe it. Now that may polish out, and I'll try that tomorrow. It's done it down there a little bit as well. So I don't know if I've not used enough of it, I've used too much of it. But of course I've got to do this. Once I've done this, you know, if I have to spray in that and re-lacquer that as well, I'll do it. But if I have to re-lacquer the old damn thing, I'll do it. I don't really want to, it's a waste of lacquer, but hopefully that will, when I cut and polish that will go. But the actual bit I've repaired is pretty faultless, I have to say. Getting good at this. Yeah, well pleased with that. I think Sean will be pleased. So Sean will be seeing these videos before you do. I put them in their raw form, unedited, and upload them as a private video and send him the link so he can actually watch them beforehand. Well pleased with that. Come out better than I thought, actually, because I thought that little mark there was going to show, and it doesn't. Even up close. Oh no, if you get really, really close, you can just see it, but you really got to look for it. Well pleased, well pleased. Hopefully this one will be okay as well. So I think I might glue that back in. I'm going to push it back in, put maybe some super glue in there, hot staple it, and then I think what we'll have to do is do the old drill a hole there, get a little channel out of there, and then fill it with plastic filler, and then rub that down. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do the plastic welding today, and then we'll keep calling it plastic welding, the hot stapling today, and then we'll glue it. We'll drill it and make a groove and fill it tomorrow. But I want to get this back on the car, so just to move the car in front of the house. So I'm going to give it another 10 minutes to dry off properly, and then we'll put it back on loosely. Nice one. So I'll see you tomorrow with this. Once the green car's finished tomorrow, we'll be back on this. Right, let me show you what I've done. It was a bit difficult to record because my next door neighbour had the window cleaners in or out, whatever, up. So it was a bit difficult to record while they were here. So basically what I've done is I rubbed down the plastic filler, and then I've put a bit of dolphin glaze on. I've been waiting for that to go off. It's still not quite gone off yet, but I thought even though it's been raining, it has stopped. So I thought I'd have a go at this as well. So what I've done here is I've used the old hammer, pulled it out as much as I can, and it came out quite well. And where the paint had cracked, I've just gone over it with the polishing, not polisher, sorry, the orbital sander, and I've managed to heat it up and get some of that out, and I've just filled that bit, which is the worst bit, and I've just done it up to that line. I haven't finished, I'm still doing it, but I just thought I'd film quickly. And I've run some filler on there, I've rubbed those down, I've just run a little bit of filler over that, just to try and, it's not much, but it's enough. Although it's only the paint that's come out, even though you feather the edge, you can still see it, which is what I did it on the front and you can't see it. So I thought I'd do it on here as well. So obviously we want to try and get as good a job as possible on this. So I'm going to stop talking now because I've still got filler that's going off. So I'm just going to get on. All right, a little bit more put on there. It sanded down quite nicely, but there was a couple of little divots and some rough edges. So I sanded them down a little bit more. And I'm not scared of more filler. That should be enough on there. I'm just waiting for it to go off. This is all filled. That will definitely need some more filler on that bit, but obviously I'll build it up in stages. If I can rub it down, I think the other bit will be okay, all the other bits. Yeah, I think so. But that bit will definitely, the top bit there, that bit will definitely need, because that's where the bigger dent was. I did get it out quite a lot actually. It seemed to pop out. I should have shown you, but I couldn't because I had the blokes next door, and I've filled those bits on there as well. Again, these are just the digs in the plastic, but it's enough that if you just paint it, it shows. So getting a bit of dolphin glaze over the top, smoothing it off, as I learnt on the front of the bumper on the other side, does wonders. So yeah, I'm just waiting for all this to go off. I'll probably leave this another 10 or 15 minutes. This is the trouble when you're doing these sorts of things. It slows you right down because you have to keep waiting for it to go off all the time. I get the heat gun on it to help it out a little bit, but obviously it's chemical reaction with the hardener. I've even put a little bit more hardener in, and it does start to go off quite quickly, really within a couple of minutes. But what else I've done? So I've got some the stuff that I use on my seats, the Maguire's stuff. I had some of it. The leftover I put in bottles, and that white Ariel is soaking in it, and it's almost clean actually, although that side of it's not. So I'm going to leave that overnight soaking in that, get it as clean as we can. I know Sean's going to clean the car. It seems funny not cleaning the car. I mean, I know I've cleaned the outside, but of course I'm wandering around the car thinking to myself, now what else have I got to do? And there isn't really anything because Sean's doing the wheels. I've got to put the arch liner back on, but once everything else is done and we can jack the car up, we'll do that. I'll have a look at the brakes for him as well because I haven't done that. And I will clean that steering wheel because it's rotten. And I'll give it a hoover out as well. I'm not going to go mad, obviously, but I will give it a hoover out. I'll probably leave those mats in. I'll give them a bit of a clean and leave them in. They are covered in mud. And Sean, you'll have fun cleaning that out. I don't know what it is. It's like a boiled sweet or something. But yeah, it's strange doing this car but not actually cleaning it. It's quite nice actually. Makes a change. Yeah, there isn't really anything else for me to do. So it's not like I could be getting on with something else. So probably the stereo has been dispatched from China, so that's one thing I've got to do, but of course I can't do that until it comes. But yeah, apart from the painting on this, there's nothing more to do. Sean will have fun on these, I'm sure. He's going to refurb those. Now I've refurbed them in the past and I've done them white. The only reason I've done them white is because when you're looking at them they look white, but when you compare them to white ones, the white ones are really white. They're more cream, these. You probably could, I'm sure you could get a match, but they are quite bad. But yeah, Sean enjoys doing things like that. He's going to polish it to within an inch of its life as well. I'm just well pleased with the way this bumper's come up. I know it's wet, you can't really tell, but you can pretty much not see. Oh, you can just about see a little bit there, just about. I might even have another little go at that possibly, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, before I put the arch liner in, I'll be putting some seam sealant in on that wing as well, just to seal it against the outside world. Yeah, so yeah, we'll come back when we get this painting done, and I might even try and attack rubbing it down. Actually, I'll have a feel of it and see what it's like. Right, I'll put another layer on there which has been rubbed down. I've placed the badge into position and it looks okay. There's a little bit of sort of overfill here, but you can't actually, it's difficult to get that out. I've actually cut some of it out with a knife. Of course you can't see it when the badge is on anyway, but it's yeah, primered and ready for paint. The paint is heating up in there. It's raining again. I have got this bit into primer, and it don't look too bad, but it just needs a little bit more work on it. So when I block it down, it just needs to be a little flatter, but it's not too bad. It is not too bad. I think it will be okay. I do always have problems retaining that shape, and it is there, but it's a little bit faint, vague. Can never seem to do that properly. It's quite clearly a skill on its own, I think, doing that. I've watched so many videos on YouTube of people basically doing their filler that way, doing their filler that way, doing their filler that way, or doing the top bit the filler that way, doing that bit the filler that way. I've tried it that way, and I've also did it bit by bit and built it up, and it's worked to a degree, but it's just getting that distinct line. And I know there's that thing where you can like have a pencil and it sort of draws a line, but that still doesn't help you when you come to. It's something I need to practice, but that is better than the last one I did. But I've still got a little bit of work to do on it. I'm not putting any more filler on it, just got a little bit more rubbing down. But the only reason I was doing that is because I had the filler out and I wanted to get that filled. So this bit is all, these little scratches here are all filled and rubbed down. I'm not going to touch that because it's raining again, and so I can't. The primer's dried on there, but obviously I can't do any more because of the rain. But as I say, I'm not worried about that bit at the moment. It's more this bit that I wanted to get done if I can. So yeah, let's get some colour on this. And I won't be able to put these on today, I don't think, because I'll have to wait till I've polished it, I think, before I put all those on. I don't want to rush it, so we'll come out. I'm back at work tomorrow, unfortunately, so it's probably be the weekend that I do this, unless I come out on my lunch hour and do it, depending on the weather, to polish it. But yeah, I've roughed it all up, painting that bit, and then I'll blend in the clear coat. Yeah, it should look alright. I think it's okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll come back once I've got some paint on. Okay, welcome back again. Another day has passed. Today is Thursday. I am working today, so I'm just going to quickly get this done so we can get this video finished and ready for Sunday's upload. So we're going to polish the bumper now. So I'm just going to wet sand the bit that I did. That bit that looked a little bit different of colour, that's blended in now. That must have just been where I used the fade out spray. Now that's blended in. You can't see the joint at all. It's completely seamless. You can see the repair if you get up very close to it. If you get down here, you can see it. But from a distance, from here, doesn't show at all. So that's pretty good. Acceptable, I would say. The other alternative was to get it professionally repaired or replace the bumper at a cost of £200 plus, which we're not going to do, obviously. Sean's seen the photo of it. He's seen the photo of that. He's happy with that. So that's good. So yeah, I'm just gonna wet sand that bit, and then I'm going to polish the entire thing. Did I polish that? No, I've already done that side, haven't I? I've already polished that bit. But we'll go over it, the whole thing again with a polish. We're down to the last little bit of the heavy cut of the Mazerna heavy cut compound. I have bought a different one to try it, but I'll use this up first, and then yeah, that'll be it. One or two people have asked about my new polishing machine. It is a Ryobi machine. It's the Ryobi 1 Plus, so it takes the batteries that my drill takes as well, and lots of other things. So I've always got a battery on charge, which is now fully charged, and I've got one in there, because that doesn't last long, especially when you're on high speed. But we're going to do a review on that. I think I've already done an unboxing of it actually, but I was going to use it on the black car for my demonstration of it, but I never got round to it in the end due to the issues I was having with that car. But I will use it on another car, and we'll do a little review of it, and that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So let's get on with this. Let's get this done, get it polished, then we can get all the bits back on, get the bumper back on, front will then be done. Let's do it. Right, okay, that's it. It's on. It's all done at the front. All lines up beautifully, both sides. Lovely gap that side, and a lovely gap that side, and that looks really good. So you can just about see it, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And that down there, again, you can see that as well. But if you get down on, you know, from here, you wouldn't even notice it. It's only because we know it's there that I can see it. If you get down on your hands and knees, you can see it. I've got a bit of wax up there where I've waxed it, but yeah, looks all right. I've put the old plate back on. Obviously, Sean will get some new plates on it, but I've just put the old one back on for the time being. But I think that's not bad considering. Might need a little bit more of a polish just there. Yeah, it does. Needs a little bit more of a polish there. So I'll go over that again. I mean, Sean's going to do all that anyway, but I could just see it as you get it in the right light. You can see it's not quite as shiny there, but it's not bad actually. I'm fairly pleased with that. It's yeah, it's all right. Rather than putting a new bumper on it, and the three bits in there, you can't even tell. I didn't put any paint on them, but they're plastic welded and hot stapled back into position. So that's the front done. So I think that will do for this video. So yeah, that's it for this video. So that's the first day. The front is now complete. Everything's done. Everything's working. It looks pretty good. I've made a start on that, as you've already seen, and I'll carry on with that on the next video. So yeah, not much more to do now. The stereo has been dispatched from China, so that might, with a bit of luck, might come next week, which will be good. Yeah, and we'll carry on. We'll do the rest of the damage. We'll clean that steering wheel properly because it's absolutely rotten. We'll get the old elbow grease on that and give that a good clean. But for now, that's it on this video. That's the first video on the repair of Project Aussie. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, you know what to do. Hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until next time on Project Aussie, we'll see you soon. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.